Hey, what's going on YouTube? Pierre out here, bringing you a quick review of the new frat monster that's coming out Friday, Targon. So first off, thank you Social Point for an easy name to pronounce. It helps me out a lot. But anyway, so not sure how I feel about this one. I mean, I'll let you guys decide, but I have my own opinions, obviously. Obviously, oh, didn't mean to do that. So it's gonna be a tank. Doesn't look like it's going to be super good. I was thinking it was going to have taunt, but as you can see right here, it does not have taunt. But anyway, let's get into the like the moveset and relics and all that good stuff. So first move is called Dragonhorn. Moderate nature damage to one enemy, 0 cooldown. Kind of standard 0 cooldown move, nothing special about it. Reckless Shake. Low nature damage to all enemies, 20 damage, 0 cooldown. Again, nothing special. Tier 1, Sleepy Wind, 0 damage, 2 cooldown, 2 turn cooldown, and it's going to be like a 50% self heal, 25% damage mirror. It's not even a full 50% damage mirror, so I don't think that's a good move at all. But anyway. Next move is Night Draining. So moderate nature damage to all enemies, applies life regen. One turn cooldown might be useful in some situations. Yeah, I mean life regen's not terrible. You know, it's if you have a lot of life runes on the monster, then it could be a pain to deal with. But you gotta also think that in the meta right now, there's a lot of positive effect removal, so I don't know how applicable it's going to be, but you know, we'll see. Calming Aura, so heals all allies by 30%. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Heals all allies by 30%, applies a 50% damage mirror to itself. This is probably a move you're going to want to use. Healing all allies can be super useful in a few situations, because I know right now there's a lot of torture monsters, you know, in the meta. So let's say one of your monsters is about to die next turn from tortures. Obviously, if you could remove negatives, you should, but if you can't, then healing the ally by 30% will give it like one extra turn before it dies. And then who knows, maybe that monster can remove negatives. So has its uses. 2-turn cooldown. So next move is Eternal Whisper. So doubles its max life and applies taunt. I can see that being useful. Yeah, I mean taunt's pretty useful. It's just a matter of how relevant it's going to be in the meta. You got to think, like, if you want a monster that can apply taunt, you have I mean, I guess Shelly, but Shelly's an exclusive monster. But Shelly's is a 0 cooldown, or 0 turn cooldown move. So like it's, you know, it's give and take, but obviously double max life's pretty good. Next is Impaling Shell. So 50% damage mirror and life regen to itself. I mean, I don't really. It's pretty much the same as the Sleepy Wind move. It doesn't really do much except for, I guess, apply positives on itself. But again, in the meta right now, there's so many remove positives that it's almost like it's not even going to do anything. It's pretty much like a waste of a turn, at least in my opinion. So Ancient Assault deals massive nature damage to one enemy, applies double healing, removes 25% of total life. I mean, this is really only good if you. This is the problem I have with Targon. He needs too many turns to set himself up. So like, for Ancient Assault to be useful, you'd have to first do. You'd have to first put life regen, and if you notice his traits up here, he doesn't start with life regen. So you pretty much have to use 2 turns for Ancient Assault to be useful. Which I don't get the point in. I don't get the point in that, to be honest. He's not a taunt monster. He's not a mega taunt monster. So he's pretty much useless for 2 turns if he does that. Yeah, anyway, Sime, I don't know how to pronounce that. Sime of the Forest deals heavy nature damage to all enemies, applies mega stun to all enemies, heals itself by 100%. Yeah, obviously not a bad ultimate. Mega stun's pretty useful. Healing itself by 100%, and then heavy nature damage is useful. But I don't really like to rely too much on the ultimate for obvious reasons, because it's like a 3% chance to get the ultimate. But unless you're in the Infinite Gauntlet, when it's like 90% chance for the enemy to get it. But anyway, let's go to the traits. So rank 0, Tough. Tough's like, in my opinion, one of the best traits you can have. Obviously better than Hardened, but 35% chance for anything to miss as far as like negative effects go. That's pretty good. That's like a 1 in 3 chance that you're gonna miss. The only problem I see with that is the fact that a lot of monsters right now do have True Vision or Status Caster Precision, and I mean I can name off like 5 off the top of my head. So you got Siamus, Nightingale, obviously the new ones like Tabora. I'm gonna call it Acrobat, but I know that's not the name. I always forget the name because Luke's been saying Acrobat. It's been, I don't know, I don't remember the name, but you know what I'm talking about. So Acrobat, and then also the new race monster Vampirastral, I don't know, but that's one of the reasons that Tough is kind of out of the meta right now. Not really out of the meta, but not as useful. So yeah, moving on to rank 1, Protect Positives, and this has gotta be my favorite monster for that one reason, and I'll show you why right now. Boom. I no longer need to use Neoboki on my defense team. Now I can use a Cosmic. And I say this because this is one of the best defenses in the game. Alright? Your opponent sees this, they will leave instantly because this is the most annoying team to deal with. Now you might be a little faster. You won't have 431 speed. You might have like 600. I don't know, some low number. But it'll look a lot cooler because you'll have a dragon instead of a, I'm not even sure what Neoboki is. I think it's like a lightning robot. But either way, it's gonna look cooler. It's gonna be better. All right, that's all that matters. So for that reason, I'm gonna be taking it to rank 1, and I'm gonna leave it at level 4. So if you find me on defense, I apologize. Anyway, getting back to it. So yeah, so that's rank 1. Rank 3, Status Caster, Self Damage Mirror, 50%. Again, I don't see the relevance in this. It doesn't really add any problems. It's just kind of there. If it's really that big of a deal, then you can use positive effect removal. I'm sure it's gonna be pretty easy to remove. Actually, it's not, because he has Protect Positives. So I lied. Which could make this monster pretty good, actually, now that I think about it. Well, actually, never mind, because the board does have Trait Disable, so it is still gonna be an issue. But either way, if you don't have, if you're not up against the Tabora, this could be kind of useful. And then Relics, Armor and Shield, those are pretty standard on tanks. Armor, you can use Thetis armor for stamina drain, or you can use regular armors for like Morg's armor, that kind of thing. Shields, Wang Zhao shield for stamina drain, or Tenacity shield for actual shield. But yeah, that's and let's look at the picture real quick. Yeah. Stats. So the most important one, life, because he's a tank. Second highest in the game, next to Solar Flare, who's at 227,000. So not bad there. Definitely a viable tank when it comes to health. Strength 17,888. It's average. It's not good. It's not bad. And then speed 9936. Yeah, again, it's not good, it's not bad. If you want to compare it to like the number one, like the fastest monster, I think that's Ignis still. So let me just check that real quick. Yeah, so it's actually a tie between Ignis and Vampirastral. It's 10,336. So again, not that fast, but it's not bad as far as speed goes. Not that it really matters. I mean, you're a tank, you're not really going to do much. Especially with this move set. I think the most you can do is maybe max life and taunt. That could be pretty. That could be a pretty viable option if you're running like Graken Wormlad. But again, you're not nearly as fast enough. You're not nearly fast enough to apply max life and taunt unless you have speed on this monster. So could be an option if you want to think about that. But as far as traits go, I would rate it probably like in a 7. No, I'll say 8. Just for the fact that you have protect positives and damage mirror. Also, tough, still pretty useful. Moveset, I'd give it a 5 maybe. Yeah, I'll just to be generous, I'll give it a 5. And then monster design, I'd probably say a 6. It's not really that special to me. I don't think it looks that cool. I do like turtles, but I don't know, it doesn't look that cool to me. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the review. Overall, I'd give this monster a 5. I don't see it being useful in the meta. I don't see it being useful in Gauntlet, in PvP. There's pretty much no aspect of the game that this might be useful in. At least not that I can see. Maybe I'm wrong, but if I am, please prove me wrong, because I enjoy that, and so does everyone else. But that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out.